G'day guys, another quick shot here. You can sort of see the improvement. Still not perfect. I've got this pretty good now, and it's probably good enough to leave. Like, it still looks like some high spots, but I've run a body file over that and just knocked the top off it, and it's pretty good. So obviously the rest of this is just a little bit low, and it's going to be very minimal body filler. Obviously I'm not sure about the shape in here, but shit, you know, like from what that was when I ground all that off to what it is now. Okay, I know I'm not finished by any stretch of the imagination, but you can sort of see with these lines where it was really creased in. So what I've been doing, because it's not very easy to get in there, I've got this car tire lever, but like any bit of steel, you know, you could shape it up and take the sharp edges off it. But what I've been doing is just getting in behind with this guard lying up the other way. And I've just been getting in, and with a hammer on the one end, been going along and just I've just got like a marker pen, and I'm sort of just drawing with it along the edge where the dent was, where I could feel, you know, where it was high, and sort of just mark the line and sort of try to feel back as far as I could to sort of where I couldn't sort of feel the dent anymore. And I've just been slowly going along that and just tapping it down till I get in the worst of this out. Like, by no means is it the right shape, but we'll get in there. We're along a lot better than what we were. It's still a bit hollow in here. I've got a little bit of this out too, like it's not quite as sunken in, but it's still quite flat through here, whereas it should be more rounded. But yeah, we're, as you can see, we're miles ahead of where we were before. And at the end of the day, all I've done was with a block of wood and a couple of basic hammers and dollies. That shrinking paddle, wherever that is, inside the guard here, I'll just show you this. It's got like a real coarse, sort of almost like a file sort of finish. And I think, yeah, what it does, it sort of dimples the panel and sort of like shrinks it in. It's quite good, especially if there's some of those little funny little dents, you know. You know, you can get in there and it brings the highs down, and with your dolly in behind, you know, you can flatten that panel out, and it slowly brings it back to the original sort of flatness without sort of heating and shrinking. Okay, it's not going to do it 100%. You know, you might have, like, if you had like all the, like, you know, like an oxyacetylene welder, you know, torch, you know, or just like a butane torch, you can probably go along and heat and shrink and hammer and dolly and panel fire, and you'd get it really good, like, you know. But with my basic tools, that'd be amazing, you know, how much less filler is going to be in this guard to what there was. And you know, like, I have panel beated a few cars over time, but geez, like, I'm still learning. Like, you know, I'm pretty rough compared with some people, but it's amazing, you know, how reasonable you can make a car look without spending. Well, like, I know my father had an old car he was doing up for somebody. Like, he's done quite a lot of panel beating and restoring the vehicles over the years. Like, he restored trucks for a museum and bits and pieces, and he's retired now. But, like, I don't know, probably about 15, 16, yeah, about 15, might have been not quite that long ago, he restored a 38 Buick for a friend of the family, and actually the car was actually in my father's family. It was his dad's car at one point, but before that it was, you know, part of, I think it was his dad's, I don't know, it was an uncle or a brother or a cousin's car, and it's actually gone back to the original owner's son now. But they spent 28,000 New Zealand, which is, I don't know, probably 15,000 US or somewhere around about there, doing a full panel and paint on it. And you know, like, geez, that's a lot of money. Like, especially here, like, you know, it's probably the half my year's wages or more. You know, like I haven't got nowhere near that kind of money, but I can do it myself. Some basic tools, you know, you can knock some pretty nasty dints out, as you can see, without, you know, like I probably spent about an hour on this tops when I got to here. You know, with a few more hours playing, as long as you don't go stupid, go slowly, don't hit hard, you know, slowly work it, get a feel for it, and work it out. You know, like it's amazing what you can do. Like, you know, like as I say, when you start, even if you got a real rough guard and you can find a better one to work on, but play with the rough one, you know, and you'll work out how to work out dents in your vehicle, you know, body damage and whatever. You know, you can get it pretty good. You know, if you play with a real banged up guard and you've got a better one that you can put on your vehicle, but even play with it and see how good you can get it. You know, and that's going to give you a feel for how steel works and how it, you know, how far you can push it. You know, like because you got to be careful you don't split it. You know, if you push it too far, you can split panels and all sorts of funny things like that. But you know, things can be repaired. Like it's never unrepairable. Well, to a degree, but you know, unless it's really mashed up. But you know, it's amazing what you can do. You know, with a wee bit of time and some basic tools, you can make a hell of an improvement. You know, and you're not putting masses and masses and masses of body filler and a bondo or whatever you want to call it. You know, hair slang over here is bog. And I know, like in parts of the States and Canada, they call it, they call it bondo. But yeah, no, generally, you know, it's a body filler. You know, you have to fill imperfections. But so as you can see, you know, there's still a wee bit of work to go here yet. But you know, I'll keep working on this for a while. I might start attacking some of this rust very shortly because I haven't done anything with that yet. But hey, like I'll play with this for the next few days, over the next day or two, and see how good we can get that. Like I'm probably not going to put any body filler or anything near this for a few weeks yet. I'll try and get the rust fixed in this car. Like the rust in it really is minimal for its age, but it's there. So I'll go through and find everything I can. I think there's a couple of little pinholes and a couple of seals too, like all the rockers as you call them over in the States and Canada and stuff like that. We call them seals in New Zealand, and I think they probably call them that in Aussie too. You know, like, but there's minimal rust in there too. I think one of the ends has got a bit of a hole in it. So yeah, we'll go through and we'll attack it and we'll get it right. You know, as good as I can get it. You know, and it's going to be a pretty solid, clean, rust-free car. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be a nice car. You know, and that just shows with basic tools. You know, a wee bit of time. Don't rush it. Clean it up. You know, it's amazing what you can do. Alrighty, I'll keep going, and hopefully I'll get all these videos joined together because I've got a shitload of them now from just doing this, and we'll post 2 or 3 out. And unfortunately, my computer's down at the moment, but we'll get that sorted and we'll get these up. Alrighty, cheers.